Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm coming to you barefaced today, besides eyelash extensions, to talk to you about my morning skincare routine. I've decided to split up my skincare routines from morning to evening because I really want to focus on which products I'm using, why I'm using them in the mornings, and then the same thing for the evening. So keep your eye out on part 2. All the products that I'm mentioning today are deemed clean at Sephora, which means that for the most part, and based on my research, I might be wrong in some areas, but based on the research that I've done, all the products that I'm using are vegan and cruelty-free as well as fragrance-free. Fragrance just is not good for your skin long-term, and I am pretty sensitive to fragrance, and I really want to start making a conscious effort to make good choices when it comes to buying products. So everything that I mentioned here today is clean beauty. So I guess we'll start off with cleanser, since that is the first thing that I do in the mornings. I have recently found a cleanser that just changed my skincare game. I love it so much, and it is the Summer Fridays Super Amino Gel Cleanser. This cleanser, first of all, comes in a glass bottle, which I love. It's nice and large, has a good amount of weight to it. I love the color. It's just aesthetically pleasing, and the benefits of this cleanser are also great. The cool thing about this is that it actually balances the pH level of your skin. A lot of the time, different cleansers or products will up the acidity level in your skin, and that can cause for some irritation. So this is great because it kind of brings everything back to a normal level of pH. So it's going to be great for sensitive skin because it's balancing everything out, as well as adding hydration and everything else with the 11 amino acids that this cleanser is made out of. I love it, love it, love it. It's probably the best cleanser that I've tried in a long time. A little bit definitely goes a long way. I love the smell of it. I like that it doesn't suds up too much, but it definitely does a great job of getting the dirt out of the pores of my skin, and it doesn't leave that squeaky clean feeling. It leaves my skin feeling clean while also a perfect amount of balance. So with my cleanser, I like to use a cleansing device with my skin. You guys know that I used to use the Clarisonic, but I didn't like how I had to change the brush heads out all the time. I didn't like how bulky the device was. I didn't like how the brush heads were a source of bacteria to build up in. It just didn't seem very... So I started to venture out to other cleansing devices, and I stumbled across the Foreo Mini Photo device, and I used that one for years. And recently, Foreo reached out to me and asked if they could send me the newer device. This is the Foreo Luna Mini 3 to talk about in today's video, and I am so grateful to have received this as a PR product. I love Foreo devices, particularly the minis, because they are just so compact and they fit in your hand really easily. So it's light and easy to use, because when you're holding the device to your face and you're trying to be gentle because you don't want to be pushing it against your skin to be able to hold it up, it's nice to have something lightweight so you can use very light pressure and move with the device as it sends all these light pulsations to the skin to really take out all the buildup of gunk, dirt, oil buildup, all that from your pores. I really love how gentle and effective this device is, especially compared to the Clarisonic. I felt like that one was way more abrasive. This one is made out of a very non-abrasive silicone, so the cool thing about that is, first of all, it's going to be gentle with your skin, obviously, but the second thing is that it is not going to harvest bacteria, and it dries very, very quickly. So you can use this device like me in the bathrooms in the morning, or you can throw it in your gym bag or something like that and take it with you to the gym and use it right after you work out to get out all that bacteria that's going to be building up from the sweat clogging your pores. So it's going to help a lot with potential breakouts. Another cool thing about this device is that it has an app that goes along with it, so you can actually customize the intensity of the pulsations either every single time that you're using the app. You can just have it next to you and decide, oh, I want a more mild cleanse today, or I want a more intense cleanse today. Or you can go into the settings and preset the device to be at a certain intensity every time, so you don't need to use it with the app. It can just remember the settings that you like, and you can go from there. I definitely see a difference when I do and don't use this device. I'll get a lot more texture in my skin and buildup of clogged pores on my nose if I'm not using it, so I love to use this every single day. There's no limit on frequency of how often to use this device. You can customize it to your heart's desire. So after cleansing about once a week, sometimes every other week, depending on how often I remember or how dry my skin feels, I will go in with the Saturday Skin Rub-a-Dub-Dub Refining Peel Gel. Now this stuff is super cool, and it is a clean version of the Peter Thomas Roth peel, and I used to use that one always until I found this one, and this one is a lot more gentle on the skin, and I love how it just gets rid of all the dead skin cells on your face. It just kind of balls up, falls off your face. It's super gross, but super cool at the same time. And yeah, I don't like to use this more than once a week or once every other week because my skin doesn't typically need it. It does need it in certain weather more than others, but usually every other week, even once a month sometimes. It just depends on how my skin is feeling and looking. So after cleansing, I like to follow up with a toner, and I use the Belif Aqua Balm for all skin types. So I like to use a little bit of this on a cotton pad, and I will just very gently glide this over the skin, and I use this before I use my moisturizer. And this is made with some interesting ingredients that's really gonna lock in hydration to the skin. So the first ingredient that it contains is honeysuckle, which is good for soothing and calming the skin. Then it has baobab, I think that's how you say that, which is going to help lock in moisture and prevent water loss. And it also contains sodium hyaluronate, which helps to retain moisture to the skin. Before I go in with my moisturizer, I'll decide if I'm going to use an active ingredient or not that day. Most of the time, I will go in with just a drop of niacinamide in my problem areas, especially nowadays when we're wearing a mask all day long. I like to put a little bit of niacinamide around my mouth where everything is going to be clogged all day long to ensure that I'm not going to break out like crazy. Niacinamide is a blemish fighting formula. It's super gentle. It's incredible for all skin types. It just does amazing things. This is 10% niacinamide and 1% zinc by The Ordinary. Niacinamide is a vitamin B3, and it is neutralizing and non-irritating. And basically what it does is it ensures that your skin does not get clogged. Long story short. The reason why I like this active ingredient is because it is great for all skin types. So you don't have to worry about, can I use this salicylic acid, benzoyl peroxide, this, that, the other, blah, 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 blah. This one's super easy. It's great for everybody. It does a great job. A little bit goes a very long way. And it's also good for spot treating. If you feel a pimple coming, you just use a drop right on that area and it will help immensely. So I have a huge love for niacinamide, so I want to make sure that my moisturizer also has that as an active ingredient in it to, again, prevent any sort of acne or buildup of clogged pores. So I love this one. This is the Daily Moisturizer by Even Prime, and it has niacinamide in it. It is a clean brand. Everything about it is vegan, cruelty-free. This is super lightweight, non-irritating, great for sensitive skin. It's very moisturizing without feeling heavy on the skin. It's just an all-around incredible formula, and I definitely recommend this moisturizer to everybody, especially for a day moisturizer. You will definitely need something a little bit thicker for evening, so this is great for the day because your skin naturally does produce oils and sweat throughout the day, so you don't want anything too heavy, but you want something that's going to give you proper moisture and vitamins, hydration. So this one has definitely been a go-to for me for a very long time now, and it's just the best. Now, most important step of my morning skincare routine is SPF, and it has taken me a very long time to find one that doesn't feel greasy and oily, and it doesn't sit on my skin, that doesn't break me out, that doesn't smell like sunscreen, that doesn't leave a white cast on the skin, and that is a mineral sunscreen. So this one right here is by Biossance. This is a plant-derived squalene and zinc sheer mineral sunscreen formula. This is SPF 30, and it is broad spectrum SPF and UVA, UVB protectant. A lot of people prefer SPF 50 on the skin, but I'm not really outdoors that much right now, mostly indoors, so I like to just use an SPF 30 just in case I'm exposed to screens or go outside for a quick walk. I have protection. Most of the time I wear a hat, sunglasses, that kind of thing anyways, or I'll use a tinted moisturizer that also has SPF 30 in it, so it doesn't bother me that it's not SPF 50. But this has been one of the best sunscreens that I have personally come across, and it's taken me a long time to do so. You'll notice that I don't use an eye cream. I have used eye creams in the past, and I never saw a real difference or benefit from using them, so now I'll just use whatever moisturizer I'm using underneath my eyes as well, and I feel like it does a great job, and that's it. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful and informative. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you in my next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.